These examples talk about these bottles of beer that we're going to line up. So for the first example, it says, Phosphord Brewing Company produces 7 different types of year-round brews. In the tavern at the Phosphord Brewery in Eau Claire, Wisconsin, each bottle of beer is lined up in a display and the beer can be sampled. Not a bad deal. How many different ways could the bottles of beer be arranged in line for display? So similar to what we did with the batting order, it's going to be the same idea here. Now, you can always go ahead and draw a little graphic. I'm going to draw a bottle of beer here. It's not anything fancy, but there's my bottle of beer. Then I'm going to have another one, a different one, because it makes these 7 different bottles of beer, and I would have all these different bottles of beer, and we want to know how many ways can we line them up. So if there are 7 bottles of beer, we could see right here there are 7. That means I've got 7 bottles that I could take and put one down in the display, so there are 7 to choose from. Then I've got 6 other ones to choose from now that I can line up next to this one, so there's 6 here. Then I've got 5 more, and then 4, 3, 2, and then finally 1 bottle left. And of course, using the fundamental counting principle, how many ways can I line up the 7 bottles of beer then? 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. And this comes out to be 5,040 different ways. Now again, since this, when we apply the fundamental counting principle, we start out with a number size. Here it's 7, and it counts down to 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then this is a factorial. In the shorthand way of writing the factorials, we could go ahead and we could write it as 7 factorial with that exclamation mark. For the next example, it says Phosphord also produces 4 different seasonal brews. If these 4 seasonal brews were included with the year-round brews in example 2, how many different ways could the bottles of beer be arranged in line for display? So since there's 7 here, and there's now 4 more that we're going to be adding, that's going to be 11 factorial. 7 and 4, that's 11, right? And what is 11 factorial? 11 times 10 times 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. And 11 factorial comes out to be 39,916,800. That's a lot of different arrangements. And there you go.